Hey, it's Marko here from Fair Realty, Victoria, BC. Today I'm talking about listing agents being fired when their listing contract expires. This becomes a very popular sport when market conditions slow down. I saw this 10, 12 years ago, and then because, for the last 9 years, the market's been pretty buoyant. I didn't see it as much, but now lots of sellers, when the listing contract expires, they're switching agents. Every day I have a tab on my computer. It's called the Market Watch. It gives me a live feed from the MLS system of all new listings, all sales, all price adjustments. I go through every single new listing, every single sale every day. I kind of live and breathe real estate, and I really enjoy it. And I'm noticing a lot of new listings are actually listings that expired that are being relisted. And a lot of the stuff above 1.5 million, the sellers are opting to go with a new listing agent. I think the sellers come from an approach of, well, we gave him or her 3 or 4 months to sell it. They couldn't do the job, so we're going to get a new listing agent. And typically sellers are switching from very experienced agents to other experienced agents. You don't see a seller not be able to sell their property in 4 months and then switch from an experienced agent to a brand new agent. And during the switch, the sellers usually adjust their price lower, which begs the question, was the listing agent the problem, or was your price that you had simply too high for the market? There's a property right now, I won't mention the address, but they had it listed with a listing agent. During the course of the first listing, they dropped the price $300,000. Then they relisted with another agent, dropped the price another $100,000. Now they've relisted with a third agent, they've dropped the price another $200,000. I know all 3 listing agents, all are very experienced, all are very capable. Guess where the problem is? The price is too high for the market, but this seller is just going to keep firing listing agents and is going to keep reducing the price until the price eventually is in line with the marketplace, and then whoever is the lucky 3rd, 4th, or 5th agent is going to have the successful sale. I remember back in 2014, a guy calls me out at sell property North Saanich. I'm the 5th listing agent on this property. I meet the seller, Italian guy. He was born in Croatia, so he speaks fluent Croatian. Croatian's my first language. We start chatting. I get the impression he really likes me. He's serving me prosciutto, cheese, etc. I get the listing for 4 months. It doesn't sell. And I thought he would stick it out with me. Nope. Relists with a 6th agent, and then finally the 6th agent, after yet another price adjustment, finally sells the property. So there is a bit of an art as a realtor, especially in the higher end market. If sellers are going in at a high price, do you really want to be that first agent? Because the odds are the property is not going to sell, and the odds are the seller is going to blame you, and then they're going to switch to someone else, but they're going to lower the price at the same time. So sometimes it's better to be the 3rd, 4th, or 5th agent rather than that first agent. There have been situations in my career where I've passed on listings because the seller had high expectations, and then the seller did a rapid number of price reductions without firing the agent they went with. But it's a bit of a difficult read sometimes. I would say most of the time I'm right, but there's been a few times where I remember once there was a house in Saanich. I didn't want to take on the listing. Some other agent got it, and they did a price reduction of $100,000 in the first week. And I was thinking, maybe I should have agreed to that high price and then just waited out until the seller lowered the price. So in this market, going forward, there's going to be a ton of agents being fired, especially above that $1.5 million mark, and replaced with other agents. I don't know why the sellers do it. Guess what the next agent's going to do? He or she's going to take some new photos that are just as good as the previous photos, and they're going to do, guess what? They're going to put on MLS just like the previous agent did as well. So I've never understood this sport of firing the listing agent and continually dropping the price with new listing agents coming in. That's it for this week. Marko, Juras, Fair Realty.